There's a trick that you can use with the E chord. In fact, the entire key of E that pro players use all the time. It sounds great on electric and acoustic guitar, and I wish I learned it sooner, and I'm going to teach it to you right now. My name's Jake, and for the past 16 years, I've been teaching the coolest people on the internet how to play guitar. And by the end of this video, you're going to know how to play some awesome sounding chords in the key of E that are much easier to play than bar chords. First, we're going to tackle learning the E chord. Then I'm going to show you how to move that around the neck to get some awesome sounding chords in the key of E. And finally, I'm going to give you a chord progression and strum pattern you can use to get started with this technique right now. So our first chord is an E major chord. I start with my index finger on the 3rd string, 1st fret, and then I put my middle and ring fingers on the 2nd fret of strings. That is our E chord. But there's some magic we can do with the E chord. If we slide this to where our middle fingers, instead of on the 2nd fret, they're on the 7th fret. Now, we don't strum the thickest string, just the 5 closest to the ground. It plays an A chord, which is one of the chords in the key of E. And if I move this 2 more frets up, so my middle fingers are on the 9th fret, it plays us a B chord. What other chords do you have that you like that are movable? I can think of a couple others, like I'll use the C and slide it up and play kind of a weird version of the D. But do you have any other movable shapes you use all the time? Let me know in the comments. I want to see what other things we're sliding around the neck. So that gives us our 3 most common chords in the key of E, A, and B. But we have 3 more chords that we play kind of often in the key of E. So in order to get C sharp minor, our next most common chord, I would need to slide up 2 more frets to 11th fret with my middle fingers. But if I play this, it doesn't sound quite right. I actually need to take my index finger and slide it down 1 fret back towards the headstock. Ah, much more beautiful. Okay, so I don't have a pinky. You probably do. So you could use your ring finger and then pinky for the 11th fret here because we have that stretch. I just have to do the stretch with my index finger, but it's up to you what feels the most comfortable. We have 2 more chords, and we're going to move this new shape. We're going to call this our minor shape versus this first one is our major shape. So we're going to take this minor shape, and if we move it instead of the 11th fret down to the 6th fret, it gives us a G sharp minor chord. And if we move it down to the 4th fret, it gives us an F sharp minor chord. So going through all of them, kind of walking up the neck, we have E. If we use our minor shape with our middle fingers on the 4th fret, we get F sharp minor. Minor shape, middle fingers on the 6th fret, G sharp minor. Major shape, middle fingers on the 7th fret, A. Major shape, middle fingers on the 9th, B. And then minor shape, middle fingers on the 11th, C sharp minor, and that gives us our 6 most common chords in the key of E. I know I'm moving pretty quickly, so if you want a PDF of this and a play-along workout of the chord progression and strumming pattern we're about to do, you can get it for free inside my free course and community at school.com/guitar. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about how we're going to do a strum pattern for this. So when I'm strumming, I always think I'm going to strum down as I count numbers. In this case, we're just going to count to 4, and they're all downs. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can cut those with ups, and I would say and in between each one. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Now, to make a strumming pattern, I'm just going to choose which of those I actually hit the strings and which ones I do a ghost strum or miss. And so the strum pattern we're using for this is going to be 1, ghost, 2, and ghost, and 4, and. Again, 1, ghost on the and, 2, and ghost on the 3, and 4, and. For the chord progression, I'm going to play E, A, C sharp minor, B, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, B, and then E. We're going to do the strum pattern once all the way through each time on each of those 8 chords in order. Here we go.